would go down that way, but that's kind of sketch. Let's go to the next street. Yeah, sorry for the shaking. Sorry for the wind noise. Gotta walk on the wrong side of the street because that's what the law says. So. What's this guy doing? What's up? Going out for a walk. A little bit of exercise, you know.
Is that like a pellet gun or something?
No, this is actual AR.
What are you doing that for?
Just going out for a walk, exercising my body and my rights.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that. But
Okay. Well, thanks.
that makes people a little nervous,
Well, I can't help that.
right?
So that's something they have to overcome. So,
Yeah.
but I think the more that people.
Military?
No,
No?
I've never done.
We've actually seen all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
It's got to prove anything.
oh,
It's just it's kind of a neighborhood that you never know. And that's a problem. And it becomes a problem for people like you that are exercising your rights, is when the sheriff comes out here, there's a lot of Looney Tunes people out here. You just never know.
oh yeah. I
The
got.
thing is, you don't want to have to deal with
Go over here.
people. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they swore an oath to uphold and protect the Constitution.
Well, I'm just making sure that it looks like you're okay. So I'm making sure that everything is okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's generally kind of what.
Yeah, just for my own protection, in case anybody or in fact, even if any law enforcement comes up and they draw guns on me, at least I have it on video. Huh? I mean, what if I don't want to? What if what if I don't want to forfeit my, I mean,
I've got self-esteem grounds, I've got everything that most people can't have. But, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people should have to forfeit their, Fourth Amendment right to give up their personal information just to exercise another right. So,
Well, sometimes it's, of course, the statistics, very few crimes are committed with lethal weapons anyway.
Oh, sure, yeah. That's all black market stuff, yeah.
I'm a conservative to the core. The
Yeah.
reason I ask is sometimes you get situations where, the police kind of come in here, they're on a heightened alert anyway.
It's a certain balance, you can't just, let all the bad people run around and, do whatever they want. You gotta have the good people out here, like you and I, and show that, hey, there's another side to this coin, there's another edge to the sword.
I believe in revelations and good does triumph.
Yeah.
Just please be careful.
Yeah. Thank you.
There are some things doing close.
Yeah, I've seen some people that look kind of sketch, but I mean,
You live here?
I do, yeah.
I've been building here for a couple of years, and I'm glad to see it. I'd love to see, what changes the area is really our homeowners.
Yeah.
People are filling up all the police. We still got a few back houses in here. I'd love to see those.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, I'm more worried about making sure I use Corel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just recently, my fiance and I, we recently went to the grocery store and everything's empty. It's just,
crazy?
yeah.
That's crazy. We got a little bit, but the Democrats, the media is not allowing anyone to know that over 1,000 people died during the Obama administration.
Yeah.
They're just trying to, how they are.
Oh, yeah.
Well, young man, be careful. I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, cause trouble or draw attention to myself. In fact, I and, other people like me, that do this, they just want to be left alone. I mean, not that, I'm not, trying to rag on you. You're fine.
I'm actually doing the same thing that you're doing.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just calling up and stopping and saying, hey, is that a real weapon?
Oh.
And are you sane? Are you sane to me?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing you do. Somebody come walking by your house with an AR-15,
I mean, it would, catch my attention, but unless they start coming towards the house,
Be careful and you don't jump.
Okay. See ya. Yes, sir. What's up?
I mean, obviously it's not illegal, but what are the laws on that?
I mean, it all depends on, like, do you mean like,
Obviously not, it's
sale
not illegal
or?
because you're walking around with it, so.
Yeah, you don't need a license to carry a rifle or a shotgun,
No?
or at least here in Texas.
Because I'm from Michigan, that's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah, as long as you're uh, like
What do you
a
record and
resident of Texas, you can, and as long as you can pass the background check to purchase
okay.
a firearm,
What are you
then
recording everything, are you?
yeah, I am, just for my own protection in case.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Of course, rather be safe than sorry.
yeah.
Are you doing it to try to prove a point, or?
No, not well. I mean, I guess.
I mean, obviously
Yes
you
and no.
support Trump, so that's why I wasn't sure if it was.
Oh, I don't support Trump. I mean, yeah, I voted for him back in.
Oh, it says
what
like
was?
Texas. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
I couldn't see those.
I mean, I could understand how it looks like a MAGA hat, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I just figured I'd ask. I'm from Michigan, like I said, so.
yeah. I mean,
to me, you don't see that in Michigan.
oh yeah.
Not
Oh, I don't know Michigan laws, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you be safe, buddy.
Thanks, you too. Well, if the police show up, which I hope they don't, that's not what I want. But if the police show up, it'll be interesting to see their reaction, because those two guys were pretty friendly. Not following me. No, he's not following me. Okay, yeah, he's not following me. I guess I'll go down that street right there. On this side of the street, so I'm not committing a crime. Ha ha ha. Oh, excuse me. I can't really see the screen, so if y'all are asking questions, I can't see, so sorry. Let's turn this around. that view. Oh, there's the police. Hey, what's up? Pretty good. How about y'all? Hi, how you doing? Hi.
Okay?
Yeah.
Can we talk?
About what?
People are concerned about you carrying a weapon.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they have that right. Or, I mean, you're blocking the road.
Sorry?
You're blocking the road.
No, it's okay.
So you're just gonna make them wait? You're just gonna make them drive around?
No, it's okay.
Oh, all right.
So you going anywhere in particular?
Am I being detained?
No, sir.
Okay. So
Have a conversation.
okay.
You understand why people would be concerned, right?
I mean, I guess I could speculate, but
Well, and that's probably what they're doing.
okay. Well, that's
You know what? Tell me
They-
where
they
you're
have-
headed or anything?
am I being detained?
No, sir.
Okay. So why am I being questioned?
I just explained to you that the reason you're being questioned, the reason I stopped, is because people are concerned about you carrying a weapon around the
Okay.
neighborhood.
It's legal to do so.
Yes, sir. But people do get concerned. That's
Okay,
the only,
actually,
that's the
first
only
of
reason I'm asking you.
First of all, I need names and badge numbers. So let's start with you. Name and badge number. Okay, we'll go to you. Name and badge number.
Stand by just a minute. Who's on the radio?
Name and badge number.
Deputy Warren, badge number 11365.
Name.
Warren.
Oh, Warren. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
You.
Deputy Holland, 9646.
Okay. And you.
Deputy Hadaway, 11910.
Okay. So is there?
You are not
Reason-
detained. You are free to do whatever you want to do.
Okay. From. Am I free to leave?
Yeah, you're not detained.
Okay. Y'all have a good day.
You did you.
Y'all are dismissed. I'm actually going to go around your car. I don't want to step on someone else's property.
Go right ahead.
That would be illegal. Is there a reason why you're following me?
I'm just walking.
Okay.
Doing the same thing you're doing.
Okay.
Nothing illegal
That's
for. No.
No, you're good. I just want to make
How are
sure.
you?
What did I say? People are more friendly than the police. How about that? Unless I have committed a crime, they cannot stop me. Or I mean, I guess they can stop me, but they just can't keep me stopped. Since I pay their paycheck, they work for me. And they work for you. They work for all Americans. street before. I guess I'll go down here. I should have brought my water with me. I'm really thirsty. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, they're still sitting over there. Huh. Across the street. Oh, person's turning around. We're coming this way. I'm gonna stand on this corner. Yeah. It's a little weird, but hi. And now they're just stopping right there. Interesting. It's as if they're just waiting for me to do something. The other one's over there. Alright, well, I'm not here for them, so I'm gonna keep walking. They shouldn't be here for me. Just like vultures. And now because of them, I feel the need to look behind me. Because I don't know what they're going to do. Look at that. Circling and circling. What's up?
Do you mind if I talk to you for just a couple minutes? You're not detained, I just want to have a conversation, that's it.
Okay. What's up?
You don't mind?
Yeah,
I'll
that's
park and
fine.
get out, is that okay?
I guess so. I mean, it's up to you.
So, all four, you're not doing anything wrong, obviously, and you know that.
Okay. Thanks for acknowledging that.
The reason why we're still here, right,
Mhm.
is in just a few minutes, the reason why we're here in the first place.
I was wondering why y'all
Right, the
are
reason
hanging
is
around.
because every couple of minutes we're getting called 911 calls, right? Somebody calls 911, we have to come no matter what. So the second we leave the area, somebody's going to call 911 again, and we come back out.
Okay.
So that's why we're still here, okay? And so the issue that arises for us, obviously, we're not going to infringe on your right to do what you're doing, okay?
Okay. I appreciate that.
I'm assuming, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I'm assuming you live in the area, in the neighborhood, because this is a private neighborhood.
Isn't every neighborhood private?
No.
Okay.
And if the roads are maintained by the county, then they are public areas.
Okay.
These roads, this neighborhood is not maintained by the county. The roads are not maintained by the county, which makes this a private neighborhood, okay, when it comes to certain things. But being in a residential area, okay, we're going to continue to get calls on.
Okay. So what are you telling those, or what? I mean, I don't know exactly how it works when you get calls. I assume.
We have to come. So what it's doing is, especially with a gun call, right? We are getting called, and when we get called to a situation where there is a gun, regardless of what's being done with the gun, multiple units come. Okay, so that's pulling us away from things that we could be doing and should be doing, right?
Okay. So why can't y'all
So
change that?
I can't change it. Right?
Sure you can. You're a citizen.
Right, but it's a policy thing. Okay, the second
Policy's
somebody calls,
not law.
Right. I'm not, but it's still my job, right? To when somebody calls 911 to respond to those 911 calls, right? So as a courtesy, I would ask. I don't know how long you're planning on doing this.
For as long as I want.
I
mean, I'm not trying to be
that.
short with you.
I
Sorry.
I understand what you're trying to do as well. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I completely understand, and I get it. And we're not going to do anything to violate your rights when it comes to that. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
As a courtesy, I would ask if it's possible for you to maybe wrap it up. I don't know. Okay. And then we respond.
Okay.
911 calls, and not all calls that go into our dispatch center are 911 calls. We have a non-emergency line as well. Okay. But 911 calls, we respond to all 911 calls. So if there's a call to 911, regardless of how silly we may think it is, we respond to those calls.
Okay, but I mean, I guess I just don't understand why, like, y'all can relay back to the dispatcher or whoever, that, this person's not doing anything, and then they can tell whoever calls in next.
Right, but you weren't doing something the last time I spoke with you. Doesn't mean that situations can't change, right? So
okay.
that's the thought process behind it. I'm not saying that you're going to turn around the corner and do something illegal, okay? But people do that. right? So we come out and respond to one 911 call and you're not doing anything, right? And then we get called to another 911 call and something may have changed. Maybe somebody come out and didn't like what you were doing, and now we have a confrontation, right? We have weapons involved in some kind of disturbance that could happen, right? Not saying that you were doing something wrong, but somebody may not know the law, may not understand as far as that goes, and then they overreact, and now we have a serious issue, right? So things do change, and they're going to continue to change. That's why we have to respond. So it's not necessarily a fact that, oh, you're doing something wrong this time, but anytime in any call that we go to, we may get 9 911 calls in a night from the same address. We're going to respond to all of them. That's what we do. That's what we have to do.
I mean, I appreciate y'all's, commitment, and but I'm not going to stop doing this. I mean, eventually I will. Can't do this all the time.
I get it.
24/7. This isn't my job. Obviously.
I get that.
I wish I could get paid to do this. I mean, right?
I understand it. Like I said, this is just out of courtesy because we don't have a whole bunch of people that work in this area right now, especially with given circumstances and situations with this virus and stuff. So we're kind of.
That seems like a good reason to have people like me walking around, making sure I mean, not saying that I'm trying to be like a cop. I'm not. I'm just exercising my rights, and
Well, you are exercising your right, but when you're doing something that is affecting what we can do, where somebody that really needs help. Like I said, this is just out of a courtesy. At some point, you've made your point. I think. I know it's your right to do it, and I'm not telling you to stop. But at some point, you've made your point. Whatever you're trying to accomplish here today.
I mean, my goal was just to walk around and
get us to come and talk to you and see what.
No,
if we
not
were
at
going
all.
to do something that we
No, not at all. I mean, it's kind of like yes and no. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the videos on YouTube that other people do this, and then the police come and the citizen gets harassed, and
that happens. It absolutely happens.
So I am expecting that, but do I want that to happen? No, of course not. Who would want to just be, arrested or detained or harassed or attacked for
exercising the right? I understand that.
Right. Yeah.
But I think part of your demonstration today was to see if that were going to happen. I would
No.
assume, right?
No.
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 Okay. Well,
I mean, I consider this a failure, because I wasn't doing anything wrong. I think it's sad that, the people that called in, they, freak out over nothing.
Because it's not common, right? And people
I admit that.
People get upset and have issues. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
And people are going to kind of lose it, especially given the current atmosphere of the country and the world at this point based on all this other stuff. So especially when people are stressed out from that, and then you have a situation that they don't commonly see, okay, and they don't know the law as well as you do or I do, they're going to react that way.
Yeah.
Right? And it's going to happen. No matter where you go. You can go pick up right now and go to another neighborhood or go do it on 105, and it's going to happen again, right? Because it's not common for people to see, and people are going to react that way. And then we're going to have to come. Whether you want to talk to us or not, we're still going to respond and make sure everything's the way it needs to be.
So if this were to happen like all the time and y'all were getting calls like, nonstop, would that make you not want to be a cop? Or like what would the breaking point be for...
To me, there is no breaking point. I would tell you that I go to a whole lot of other calls that are less silly than this one, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, I can believe that.
It's nature of the job. If I feel like I can help somebody or educate somebody or do something to that effect to help the situation in general, that's what I signed up to do. So it doesn't affect me. Okay, I may be a hindrance to you, or it may be annoying to you, right?
That's a little harsh, but I don't know what other word.
No, I know what you're talking about. So got it. You're doing you're doing what you're allowed to do, okay, legally, for the most part. And we're checking on that. As long as you live in the neighborhood, now you may have some private property issues as far as HOA or POA. Now, if they call us and say, hey, this gentleman doesn't live in the neighborhood and he's not to be here, it's not because of the gun, it's because you're not supposed to be here private property-wise.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And I've actually checked on the, whatever the HOA calls it. As long as I don't shoot the firearm, like, I don't know how to word it, but like, shoot it just for no reason.
Right.
If it's not in self-defense, I guess. Let's just put it that way.
You also have to have a legal right to be on private property, whether somebody's invited you here or you live here and you have access to the property.
Sure. Yeah.
Whether you have the gun or not, right? You could be just walking down the street without the gun, and the same scenario would apply because this is private property.
Sure. Yeah, and that's why I'm only staying on the street.
But it's not a public road.
I don't have any, desire to go on anybody's property.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do. But this is not a public road.
Right.
So as long as we don't get a complaint from there.
Well, actually, I was under the impression that this was annexed by the county.
No.
So.
No. From what I understand, Conroe PD is trying to annex it. This is an unincorporated area right now.
Oh, okay.
Right now, the HOA maintains these roads, which makes these private roads. The county does not maintain the roads, so it's not public access.
But if it's paid for with
county
taxpayer dollars,
right,
then it should be anybody's road.
But these roads are maintained by the people who live here who pay HOA and POA dues. So these roads aren't maintained by taxpayer dollars; they're maintained by people who are paying into this specific entity. So it's not a public entity.
Okay.
Well, so
right.
That's as long as we don't run into any of those issues. I mean, you're going to go, like I said, out of a courtesy for me, so I can continue on with the rest of my day. I would ask you to stop. Again, that's not a directive or an order or anything like that because I don't have the power to do that to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, can I get your first name?
Yeah, my name's Alex.
Alex.
Nice to meet you.
John.
Warren. John. Okay.
John Warren.
John Warren.
It's nice meeting you, and if you have any issues or anything, feel free to give us a call, okay? I'm gonna give you one of my cards. Just hang tight for me.
Okay, that's cool.
Here's one of my cards. If you have any questions or you have anything like that, that number goes to our dispatch. That's my email address as well. So.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Good luck to you, Alex.
Thanks, you too. In case anyone's wondering, no, I'm not gonna stop. Just because the government tells me to. I mean, yeah, it is pretty hot out here, but from the sheriff's over there. Oh, two of them. I'm gonna go this way. Side of the street.
cops, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't that big a deal when people did that shit when, you know, it was a big deal. They were going into Walmart with it.
Oh yeah.
It's not a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
You know your rights and you know how to handle yourself.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, they're trying to get me to stop. I had a conversation with one of them down the street right here. And he's like, well, we're, you know, constantly getting calls. People are freaking out. And so if you could just kind of wrap it up.
It's because the kids are out, man. The kids are out of school. So you're probably scaring the little kids anyway. And they don't want to let them outside to play. They didn't get to go play because the scary man had a gun outside, you know, kind of deal.
I mean,
it's spring break.
I mean, I walked down one of these streets. Kids were playing, and nobody said anything to me.
Yeah, go back down that street again. I bet you the kids aren't out no more.
Oh, well, the only thing is, I don't remember what street it was. So.
Why are you walking around with it? Just because you can?
Just exercising my body. You know, I'm kind of chubby and exercising my rights.
Why carry an AR?
I mean, it's actually more comfortable than carrying a pistol. Believe it or not. Yeah.
No, I don't. I've got a couple.
Yeah.
I just gotta walk around my neighborhood with it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
to each their own.
To each their own. Yeah, exactly. Different strokes for different folks.
I don't even live here. I work for a builder.
Oh, okay.
I work for 2 different builders, and so we're just. And I saw you, and I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, "You're crazy."
That's what
What is wrong with you?
And that's why I was recording, because I was.
What did he tell you when he stopped you?
Well, at first.
Just you're scaring people? Did they tell you to put it down?
Oh no, they didn't say that. I just. They were just like, "Can we, just have a conversation?" And I said, about what? And they were like, well, you can understand why people would be, freaking out about someone carrying a weapon.
My son has a
let me get out of the street. I don't want to get run.
It's an airsoft gun. It looks just like that.
They're turning.
And it's 100%. I mean, you can't tell. It weighs just as much as my AR.
Oh yeah.
It's legit. I was like, holy shit, kid! You can't walk anywhere with this.
But where was I?
But yeah, no, I just want you to be careful. I don't want nothing to happen to you. And it's just the kids are scared. Nobody thinks you're gonna do nothing. It's just the kids are scared.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's going on now? What's up?
That call that I was talking about as far as the HOA president calling, and if they called and told us, do you live in the neighborhood?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so.
But I'm not showing you my ID because I'm not showing you my ID because I haven't done anything wrong. So.
Well, like I told you earlier, we have to verify that you live here because it's private property. So, I'm not asking for your identification.
Okay.
Okay. But is there any way that you can show me proof of residency for this address so we don't have to go? I know you don't want to identify yourself to me. Okay, but I have, because it's private property, I have to verify that you have a right to be here.
That is an HOA standard.
Okay, that's per the president of the HOA who contacted us, says that if you do not have residency in the neighborhood, then he does not want you here. Okay, which makes it a criminal trespass investigation. Okay, so if there's a way you can verify your residence without me seeing your ID, then I'm okay with that. Okay,
well,
so help me work through it. That way we can solve this and we can get out of your hair.
I mean, isn't somebody just going to call and, y'all are going to be right back here again?
Well, then we don't have to go through this route, right? Right now I have a legal right to make you identify, and I don't want to do that. I just want to work way around it because I don't want you to feel uncomfortable about it. Okay? Okay. But I have a legal right to detain you at this point and verify that before I let you go, and I don't want to do that. Okay? I want to find a way around it so you feel comfortable, I feel comfortable, and we can get out of here.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just have to reach into my back pocket.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
You've been cool with us. I trust you at this point. Okay?
Well, thanks. Just hand you the whole thing
That's fine.
because I got my hands full.
Okay, Alex. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Like I said, we still may be back. Somebody calls 911, we gotta come. Okay, but now I know that you have a legal right to be here, and you're not breaking any laws at this point.
Okay. Well,
I'm
thanks.
just trying to tell them it's spring break. The kids are out. That's what people are worried about, really. All the kids are running around.
I mean,
They go outside and play.
You know, to be honest, I didn't even think about that. You know, I'm actually on vacation. You know, from work.
Right.
So I was like, hey, let's go for a, you know, open carry event. Yeah.
Well, the kids are out of school for the next 2 weeks because of the coronavirus.
The coronavirus, yeah, that's crazy.
So they're going to be out and about and things like that. So, like I said, you have a right to do it, but like I said, as a courtesy to me and us for having to come back out here, maybe you can pick another day. I don't know. That's up to you. That's a choice you got to make. Okay, like I said, it would help us. It would help us out immensely. But that's your right.
Let me just say, I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Good luck to you, Alan.
Thanks.
Not how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, within your rights.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of hot out here.
You're warming up a little bit now.
Yeah, I'm sure my.
Well, if you'd have worn shorts, you might have been all right.
Yeah.
I would really, just because of the kids, because their parents all know now. They're not letting them go outside.
I mean, actually, to be honest, this is the second time I've done, you know, a walk like this. First time.
Putting out new homes, putting new people in them.
Mm.
So we're not going to get rich on that one house. What we're trying to do is make a brand. So we sell them for a much better price.
Oh, that's cool.
Price than they're worth.
So I've got a question. Like the what's it called? The that green box, like out in the front. Why did they put it out in front instead of
Underground.
in the back or something like?
Or just underground. There's no reason for it not to be underground.
Yeah.
Because every so often you'll see the big ones, the transformers. Those are called pedestals. Those are, I see the older houses. They're pulling theirs probably off of a pole, which is linked to that back line. There's behind all these houses. There's a ferro through.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Wires.
I can see the wire.
Can tap
Yeah.
into that.
Oh,
And they
okay.
can put a pole in the back of their house, and then that pole has another wire going to the house, but you can't see it because it's either in the back or on the sides.
Oh, okay.
Our newer houses, we're not putting in poles. That's kind of tacky. Could be dangerous. It's just one more. You've seen me. Like I said, I've been in and out of the neighborhood for the last over a year.
I don't really explore, you know, the neighborhood. I mean, this is me exploring. So.
Right. Safely.
Yeah.
No, I got you, brother. I got you.
I mean, I've seen some, you know, sketchy people around here, so.
Oh, there are, and that's the other deal is that we're building these. You know, we're trying to bring up the community.
Right. Yeah.
So
these look a lot nicer than.
So in 5 years, this house, you know, they're going to be worth a lot more. All these are.
Oh yeah.
You know, the modulars, those just don't hold value.
Yeah, it was good to meet you. Thanks for being friendly.
The only thing I'd say, the kids. I got little nieces and nephews, and if I didn't know you and knew that you knew what you were doing, I wouldn't let them outside.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
You imagine what all the parents are thinking, like, oh my God.
Yeah. But I think, you know, as more people, you know, do this, then
there's not enough.
Yeah.
There's not enough owners, and there's not enough gun owners like us that know the laws, rights, and regulations for all that shit.
Yeah.
As well as